So, welcome back, dear viewers. This will be a straightforward episode. First episode ever.
The worst episode ever.
This is just a simple Olympus EP-1 mirrorless camera, which I got for about 48 euros. Sound interesting or not? Let's find out. This camera actually cost me 40 euros plus 8 euros shipping. Now, I'll just quickly let you know about the condition of it. It's got a few scuffs and marks here on top, just underneath the mode dial, but otherwise it's working just fine. The only issue with it is that the OIS, the IBIS system, doesn't really work anymore. This is a common problem, a common fault for Olympus cameras. It's mainly due to the fact that the IBIS system in this one is made with plastic gears. These tend to wear down and they're not easily replaceable, so I'm not going to bother with that aspect. Otherwise, the camera is just fine in a well-working condition. Now, I have tried to take some pictures and I got some results. I don't know, I'm not a good photographer, so I just mainly used it on auto mode with two different lenses, the Lumix 25mm f1.7 for extra lighting and, well, more of a artistic effect, and the ever-present 14mm f2.5 pancake, which I have here on this secondary Lumix something or other. I forgot which camera this is, but anyway, I digress. So we will check the results and see what we can make of this camera in terms of photographic capabilities in 2025. Now, speaking about the construction and design of the camera, it's worth noting that it's very rigid and very heavy. It exudes a bit of a premium vibe, and also it's got an interesting design. I believe this is the first Olympus mirrorless camera in their lineup, the first Micro Four Thirds. And it's got another YouTube put it very well. It's got a sort of futuristic retro vibe, the way cameras were envisioned in the 1970s, and I can see this by the soap bar shape. It's kind of oval. It's kind of convex and not concave. It's not sculpted to fit in the hand, but really the ergonomics are top notch and there's no complaints about that. It's not too heavy either, provided you will use a regular sized lens and not something very cumbersome. In that regard, I wouldn't accessorize this camera with Lumix 12-60, for example, an extending kit lens, or rather the Olympus 40-150 zoom lens for nature. I believe this camera is best suited for street photography, the occasional portrait, and maybe macro shots. On the other hand, given that the IBIS doesn't work, it's not really the best way to proceed with such a camera. What I would recommend this camera for is for beginner photographers who want something vintage looking and a vintage feeling, but also can operate it pretty straightforward. Young people will not have a problem understanding this menu. Let's just turn it on for a bit. and see the animation here. Now you can already see that, well, it says it has no card, but also the IBIS system is, well, it's mentioned in the well, here on the screen, that it doesn't work. Now the resolution of the screen is not particularly great, but it's bigger than the EPL-1, the low-cost variant of this camera. I don't have one for comparison's sake right here, but I do own two of those. And, well, I guess this is the more desirable option, even though in terms of technical specs, it doesn't bring really that much more to the table. Filming will not be an option with this camera in 2025, sadly, because it only records 720p resolution, which is kind of lame and really not usable in this day and age. Now battery life seems to be okay, and actually I purchased this camera without a battery installed. I scavenged a battery from my EPL-1 Duo. I have two of them, and I considered using one of those batteries. Which brings me to what I plan to do with this camera. I think I'm going to try and sell it for a bit of a profit to recoup some of my spendings in my YouTube channel and continue to grow and to justify this sort of ongoing hoarding of tech which I have going on. I advertised this camera for 90 euros, which is almost double the price I paid for it, but that's not all profit, given that I had to provide a battery, a working battery and a charger, and maybe a bonus strap here, which puts me at about 60 to 70 euros in cost, let's say, and that gives me a healthy more than 30% profit on this camera, which is a rather good amount. Now, instead of a closing line, I'll just show you the results of some pictures that I have taken, and I will let you decide for yourselves whether this camera is worth it in 2025 or not, or rather, would you pay the princely sum of 90 euros which I am charging for it. Given the fact that they're pretty rare these days, I believe the sum is justified for a nostalgic or an enthusiast of Olympus cameras. Considering the photographic capabilities of it, it's not the best tier camera out there, nor is it the best bang for the buck version either. So, in order to determine the relevance of this camera, I have taken a few pictures with both the 14mm f2.5 pancake lens and also with the 25mm f1.7 Lumix lens. As you can plainly see, I kept things simple. I am merely interested in the basic abilities of this particular camera, so I shot with autofocus on and relied on intelligent auto mode without any fine-tuning from my side. I would describe the results as adequate, and with some fiddling, I'm certain this can make a good option for a quirky but somewhat apt camera as far as enthusiasts go. The 25mm obviously did better, of course. As you can see, less distortion, better light performance, more vibrant colors, clearer corners, and a lot more performance overall. This isn't to say that the 14mm pancake is useless, and after all, I took the shots at dusk. Oh, and when I tried some low light inside shots, I forgot to adjust for the autofocus, so I got these lame images instead. But hey, at least it shows it has good low light capabilities of some sorts. Ah well, don't fret over me and my pointless photographic skills, as by the time this video gets out, I will have already sold this camera for 90 euros, and that is a pretty fair conclusion as far as I am concerned.